Talking Tiny with Tara. Here we go. Okay, so today's subject line is essentially, what is a day in the life of Tiny Taratory? So I'm going to try to do the best that I can to help you envision it, right? So here's my vision, and I'm going to share it with you. I wake up in the morning, good Lord willing. I wake up in the morning, I make myself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and now I'm really getting into chai water. We'll just call it chai water. It's when you take a little chai, you put it in your hot water with a little bit of lemon, and it's really, really good for your belly. Anyway, distracted. Anyway, you get yourself a drink. Hot, cold, whatever. Okay. And you go out and you sit on your front porch, because we built one of those on the Tiny Taratory home. And you sit there for, half hour, and you have your drink, and you're listening to the birds, and there's a neighbor that walks by because they're already taking their walk in the morning. And you, hey, good morning. We'll call her Susie. Susie's taking a walk. Hey, Susie, how you doing this morning? And she stops because you said hello to her. And she talks to you, and she says, oh, I just, I learned some bad news, or things are going amazing, and I just got a job offer, and I'm super excited. And so there's that connection with your community and your neighbors. And it's a 5-minute conversation, and they move along. And so you're like, okay, well, it's time for me to go on my walk. I think I'm going to go in, and I'm going to put my handy dandy sweatpants on, and I'm going to go for a walk. And I do. And I do that. And I walk for a mile, 2 miles, whatever the case may have it. That's Lodi's nails. Wow, they just got clipped. Not the point. Anyway, moving on. Moving on the trail. You go for your walk, and then you're on your walk, and you know that you have to bring your bag with you. Like one of the little canvas bags. You bring that with you. Because when you go on your walk, you're going to go past the barn. And you're going to want to go grab some vegetables. You're going to grab maybe a couple apples off the trees. Or maybe you're going to want to grab a few eggs out of the hen house. And so you go on your walk, and you have your earbuds in, and you're walking about, and you come back to your tiny home, and you've gotten your groceries for the day, and then you take a nice shower, and then you work from home. And so you set up your laptop, and you got your printer all set up, and you're all good to go, and that's typing, by the way, because that's what we do when we go online. We get on the laptop, and and so now you're making money. You're sitting in your cool little home, and you're making money. And then you work for, 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever your commitment is, and then you're done with the day. And then you decide, I wonder what the activities are for today or this week. I'm going to walk down to the community center, and I'm going to go see what's going on down there. Maybe this particular day there isn't a whole lot going on. Maybe there's not somebody coming or not a big activity happening. But you know what you can do? You can go talk to 2 or 3 of your neighbors and say, hey, I'm going to throw some hot dogs and some wieners on the grill, and I would love to have you guys come over and sit next to the fire. I'm going to make a special cocktail. Why don't you guys come on over? We'll have a couple drinks next to the fire with the hot dogs and the wieners. I'm referring to the food, not the men. Just want to be clear about that. So, here's the deal. That's your life. That's your life. No stress. Good people. Birds. Walking. Maybe you're walking your dog. Maybe you have a cat. I don't know why anybody would have a cat, but some people like cats. Some people like birds. I even knew somebody once that had a lizard. It's very weird. Anyway, you can do whatever you want. You can have a really good life, a Tiny Taratory.